Today I want to make a video on a problem with the Scolia Home, cheating. Now, before I start, I'll say this is not a review of the product. There are plenty of reviews out on YouTube. The product is well built, it's accurate, the scorekeeping is great, it's durable. The back-end user platform that Scolia offers on their web is great. The ability to connect with other darts users, whether playing from their home, playing from a bar, or playing from a league, is revolutionary. There are so many great things about this product. However, there is one big problem: cheating. Now, Scolia offers online matches and they offer tournaments, 30 to 40 tournaments per day, maybe more. And I have not entered a tournament where I have not encountered a cheater. These tournaments are not for money. They're just for points. The points are not redeemable for anything, yet people cheat. So Scolia, I wrote to them about this issue. They emailed me back. They said, "We are aware of the prevalence of cheating. It is a serious problem, and this is one of the reasons that we implemented our code of conduct." Well, the code of conduct does not stop people from cheating. It's a deterrent, but not a very effective one. So in this video, I'm going to show you the different ways that people cheat on a local game, not online, not in a tournament, because I don't want to violate the code of conduct myself. And I'd like to note, this is not an instructional video. I don't advocate cheating. I'm simply pointing out how people do it so that you can be aware, so you can look out for it, and so Scolia can make changes to prevent people from using these methods in the future. The first method of cheating, and the most accurate and the most effective, is hand sticking the darts. Here, people use a long shafted dart. They hold the flights with their fingertips and they just choose what they want to score. For example, I've got 501 here. If I wanted to score 180, $180. Now, people don't use this technique all the time. They won't play an entire game like this. But if you ever see a mediocre player who's, got a 40 to 50 lifetime average, and all of a sudden close to the end of the game, they score back-to-back 140s, well, this is one possible method that they could do it. Another thing that we commonly see is when you're approaching the end of a game, if they have 115 left, they will have a closeout just by saying 60, 115, and then whatever double they choose. So sometimes you'll see somebody play a perfectly honest game, and then they have an absolutely perfect closeout. The second way that people cheat is what I like to call the leftover dart. I'll go over here for a second. I'll throw 3 fair darts. There's 132. When I go to remove them, I'll leave one dart in the board. I'll click the finish button. It now switches to the next player. The dart is still in the board. And I will throw again. So I just scored a 2, but I can come over here, manually score correct, and say 20, triple. 62. And it will show them a photo of the 3 darts on the camera, and the honest opponent will say, "I see it on camera, so it must be true." Therefore, they've just cheated you out of 60 points. Of cheating is what I call the close shot. You don't go back to the regulation line, and you just 100. And there's 100. Now, this is less accurate and less effective than the hand stuck method, but you know, maybe people are worried about putting their limbs into this perimeter. The fourth method of cheating is what I call the re-throw. People will shoot their turn, throw their darts. One of them will bounce out onto the floor. Maybe it's the first one, maybe it's the second one, maybe it's the third one, but they throw their 3 darts and then they walk forward, pick the dart up off the floor, walk back to the hockey and throw it again. Now, this may not make a huge difference. It's all, you know, maybe it's 1 point, maybe it's 60 points, and maybe it only happens once or twice a game. It's still inherently unfair. The fourth method is the straw stuck method. You take your stem off or your flight off, you throw 2 darts and you stick the third one in. It just registered as a 60. This is less effective than the hand stuck method. It's less accurate, and you can see on the cameras that you're missing the flight. But when you've thrown the other 2 darts naturally, it makes it look like the flight is popped off on your third dart. Now, these are the primary ways that people cheat. There are other less effective ways, less common ways. All of these methods of cheating are easily fixable by Scolia, either by adding another camera, by changing the algorithm. If the software detected how quickly the darts were thrown, it would eliminate the possibility of hand placing the darts, of straw placing the darts. Scolia has launched a beta webcam program where you can use a webcam while the tournament is going on. I believe that this should be mandatory. Whether somebody's using their laptop with a camera on it, their cell phone with 3 cameras on it, a separate webcam, or a tablet, every device has a webcam functionality. It's just a matter of placing that webcam in a way that you can see the board. Doesn't even matter if you can see the individual darts in the board, as long as you can see that the person throwing is the regulation distance from the board. It relieves a massive amount of cheating. Now, the reason that I tell you all of this is if you're going to spend 850 quid or 1,150 US dollars on a Scolia Home system, you need to be aware that there is a prevalence of cheating. People cheat all the time. They're cheating in every single tournament. And for me, that makes me not want to play. Is it a great system? Yes. Does it have a lot of potential? Yes. Is it worth the money? Yes. But for me, I want to be a great darts player, and I have no motivation to play against cheaters and play in a system that's inherently unfair.